I'm Emily from thegourmandandthepeasant.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make mint chocolate chip ice cream. The thing I have is 3 cups of half and half, and I'm going to take this and pour it into my saucepan. And to that, I'm going to add 3/4 of a cup of sugar plus a pinch of salt, somewhere between 1/4 of a teaspoon and half a teaspoon. And so I'm going to give it a stir. You'll notice that I put the cream in first. That way when I put the sugar in, there's no risk that any of the sugar crystals are going to stick to the bottom. If you do it the other way around, sometimes you get burned sugar bits on the bottom, and that's not good. For here, I have 1 cup of heavy cream, and I'm going to take that and pour it into a metal bowl over a bowl of ice water, okay? And that's to keep this cold. We're going to do that. And then I'm going to take a clean strainer and I'm going to set that in the cream. And we're going to come back to that in a minute. Next, we have 8 whole egg yolks, and I'm going to whisk those together. Now, we're going to see what's going on over here. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is temper these eggs into this hot cream. Take a little bit of the cream and you mix it into the eggs to warm the temperature of the eggs up a little bit, and then we're going to slowly incorporate that back and put it back on the stove and cook it until we have a custard. Okay, so to do that, I'm just going to whisk with one hand and pour very slowly. A little bit more. Now that should be plenty. Now we're going to warm these up. Okay, and don't wait too long because you want to get this right back in here. Again, very slowly. Okay, and back on the stove. Okay, so now my custard is basically cooked, and if you look, when I pick up my spatula, it's much thicker, and when I run my finger through it, it leaves that nice thick line. Now what we're going to do is stir this into the cold cream that we have, and that's going to stop the cooking process. And in the process of straining, yeah, I have some lumps of egg from the tempering. Okay, so that's fine. We'll just strain that out. Okay, so I've stirred my custard base over the ice water bath until now it's nice and cool. And I'm going to take my mint mixture and I'm going to stir in about half a teaspoon at a time. And I'm just going to give it a taste, and it's just going to taste like melted ice cream, hopefully. I can definitely use all of this. Still a little subtle. Maybe I'll put in 1 more splash of peppermint oil. Put my pantry here, my peppermint extract. I'm not big on subtle flavors, so I like things to, taste like what they're intended to taste like. So if it's supposed to taste like peppermint, that is what you want it to taste like. Go and grab a little cheat, because I know it's not the most, I know it's not the greenest thing to do, but I really prefer my mint chocolate chip ice cream green. I never really like the white stuff. Same thing with American cheese. Like, if you're going to eat something, then that's going to conjure memories of your childhood, then let's, really do it. So I'm going to take some drops of green food coloring. Okay, now, in here I have my container, and this is what's going to refrigerate my custard base in the refrigerator until it comes down to about 40 degrees. You want it very cold before you start using your ice cream maker, and I'll explain that to you when we get there. In the meantime, I have a clean strainer. See, it's that lovely sort of spring pea green color. And you'll see there's a couple of extra lumps of egg that I missed on the first pass. Take this, put this in here, get rid of all that, and this goes into the refrigerator until it's cold, several hours. Okay, so I've had my custard in the refrigerator overnight, and I'm going to pour it into my ice cream maker. And you'll see here I have my instructions at hand. This is the kind of thing that you want to hang on to and keep in your drawer, so that when you want to make ice cream, unless you're doing it every day, you keep, you don't connect all these things the wrong way, because it's expensive and you don't want it to break. Turn it to the first speed and see. And now I'm going to pour in the custard. If I was to pour this in before I started churning, there's a possibility that this will freeze to the frozen bowl and then it'll break my mixer. Okay, so take this and we're just going to pour it in. And I'm going to let this go for about 15 or 20 minutes until it's the consistency of soft serve, and that's when I'm going to put my chocolate chips in and put it in the freezer for it to harden. Okay, so this has been running for about 15 minutes. You can see the custard has turned into like a soft serve consistency. And at this point, I'm going to start adding my chocolate chips, keeping my fingers out of the way. Chips are all incorporated. I'm going to stop the mixer. When you get your ice cream out of the bowl, you always want to use a rubber spatula. You don't want to use anything metal, and you don't want to go and freeze your ice cream right in the bowl, because trying to get it out with a spoon will probably damage your bowl. And in 2 to 4 hours, you have ice cream. Okay, so several hours have passed. You can see it's dark out now. I've eaten my dinner, taken a shower, and I'm ready for dessert. Best part. My bowl and spoon, and I'm going to scoop myself some nice, creamy, homemade ice cream. This will get harder overnight too as it sets up, but I really just couldn't wait. So I hope you make your own and enjoy, and I'll see you again soon.